Okay. Welcome, team. Sorry, I've been absent for a week, but we are going to get right into um, the review of your projects. I'm going to try and run through these as quickly as possible, hitting all the different characters who are currently being worked on, so you can have feedback and information to move forward. Um, y'all been doing a great job. Um, there are some things I'd really love you to pay attention to in terms of just your drawing comparison to mine, and making sure that you're trying to match what I'm doing, and not ignoring some of the designs that I've thrown in there. Um, all right, so let's start with Dad. Um, Kismet, I could not find where your work was in the character base file. The character base file is where we are keeping all the character designs. So if your work is not in this file, you need to upload it to this file to make sure that we can access it, review it, make changes and updates. So what I'm going to do for now is I'm just going to pull in your file that that you shared on Discord. So import image. But it's important that we keep all of these together in a shared location and a shared file so that we can find them when we need them, make changes, updates, and whatnot. But I'm flexible, so let's pull in what you have, which I think matches, right? Like size wise and everything. Seems like we've got scale is good, right? Because when we scale it, that guy doesn't disappear. All right. So you've got a couple images that I did not have. All right. So we might need to shift everything over. So I'm going to take this, and this. I think this is mine. Green. All right. So we are going to mark this layer as the template. Is this your? Is that you? Looks like you. Yeah, that's me. Yeah, all the characters are based on my family. So if it looks like somebody in the house, then yes, that was the intent. Alright, we're gonna shift all this over as much as we can. Give ourselves some room. Alright. And then we're going to. So right now, if you're just jumping in, I am critiquing some of. I'm working with a number of other artists. This was my initial design. This is their interpretation, and we are working to raster to get all the characters for the film on model. All right. The goal is to make it so that it looks like one artist did all of the work. I mean, or at least have it look cohesive, right? Not that, we know one artist didn't do all the work, but it needs to be, there needs to be some consistency in style and form. So that's what we're working on. Alright, so, and Dad is so large in comparison. This Dad design is tough because I put him in a really weird pose. And I think all the artists have kind of struggled with it. But we'll get it worked out. Oh, if we do that. Let's see. All right. All right. Okay, and how about we switch the orders of these bad boys? Hello, long time no see. Hey, Rain. Oh, cool. Which college are you going to? Oh, hey, everybody. Yeah. I'm making an animation. Yeah. Local college. Cool. What are you gonna be studying animation? Hey, everybody. I like to share my film when I get 10 or more people, and we're sitting at 12. And thank you, everybody, for getting up this early on a Saturday morning to hang out with me. Let's take a quick look at my film. If you haven't seen it, if you're new here, if you're not new here, you will have seen this already. But this is my short based on my comic From a Distance. So I'd love to hear what you think. Oh, you're going to be an agriculture major? That's cool. Yeah, you guys snuck up on me. Thank you. Top of the key, Maya. It does. I love Big Hero 6. Rain Riviera, thank you for the puppy. Or thumbs up. I'm using Clip Studio Paint, Blender, and Premiere Pro to do the project. So it's a combination of those three. Oh, sorry. And then this is the Windows Media Player playing the film back. Oh, and I keep pausing it because I'm working on another screen. ask you. Okay, let's make this scientific. First one to the ship gets to fly first. No running in the hangar! Cheated! Oldest is fastest. Audra? What? Audra, the ship will do all the work. You're just along for the ride. Okay, Dad. Prepare for takeoff. All systems green. Ready for takeoff. Hi, Milo. Hi, Ace. You're clear for takeoff. Quick question. Why do animators put numbers beside their sketches? Um, there's a number of reasons why animators put numbers beside their sketches. One is to kind of notate the timing, so animation timing. A lot of times, which frames are going to be animating on is something that they put on the sidebar. For me, a lot of times the numbers you see are just reminders of progress, how far I've gotten with that particular shot. So it's not always a animator related thing. Sometimes it's just notes. But primarily people do the timing charts. It looks like a line with slashes in it and numbers. Those are telling them I want to animate on frame 1, 3, 5, 7. And 5 needs to be closer to 7, 7 needs to be closer to 9. And it helps them sort of get the timing right. Sidrak, thank you for the follow. Okay, so I am generally just trying to clean up this file. This is a character design for Dad. I was working with one of my artists on it. She did a pass, and now I am going back to sort of answer that. If you're Light Skin the Legend, thank you for the follow. I'll support more, but I just bought a big old Wacom. Sweet, Johnny Big Easy. That's awesome. You coach, thank you for sharing the live. Chazzy Chez, thank you for the follow. This is so cool. I love this style and animation. Thank you. Yeah, I've been hearing a lot of people say mine it's somewhat unique, but I totally copied Steven Universe and a couple other inspirational animations. So the designs are a lot of an homage and a little bit of theft, as good art should be. A lot of homage, a little bit of theft. I mean, not like AI theft, but you know what I mean. Let's see, where is that template? Asset template. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I'm glad I still have my hair at my age. All right. So now we've got. I'm gonna switch screens so you guys can see more real time. So this is what I'm working on, right? We got a Dad, right, and we are rotating him around a point, and that point is going to help us. Hey, Ellie, welcome. That point is going to help us sort of understand how his structure works. I put him in a very interesting pose that is kind of hunchy, but I don't know if he's hunching as much as he's just kind of like, one shoulder is lower. So we kind of got caught up. Hey, Sophie, how you doing? Thank you for the follow. Oh, XL, thank you for the rose. Right? And so I need to make sure this pose is working. I think she hit it here where his shoulder's just low, but he's still standing up straight. right? Like his head is tilted a little bit, but ultimately he is standing up straight, and we need to get the feet to match and everything. So, dad joke time. What do you call a pile of cats? Hey, Kelly. Um, hey, Cherry X. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. This seems like it's a pretty good time to get on. You're all here. The party's all here. So I'm going to bring up one of my mute layers, right? And then make sure that's filled. So I like to put what I call a mute layer down. And what that mute layer does is it kind of lowers the visibility of everything. Bring my reference above, right? And then we're gonna build on that. So I never gave any information about the back of his head. So we're gonna talk. I drew this one. Genesis, thank you for the follow. Brent or Rim, thank you for the follow. I love the energy, but we are going to have to get this critique done. We got about an hour. We'll see how much. Hatcher, thank you for the follow. Kelly, thank you for sharing. AJ Ryder, yes, essentially drawing myself on this one. This is me drawing me. So, all right. Okay. So let's, in order to get the back right. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And he's turning this direction. Najili, thank you for the follow. Maya, thank you for the follow, right? So first off, we got to fix this foot, right? If he's turning from here to here, that foot is not necessarily going to be, because it's kind of going out from the body. So if his face is looking this way, his foot is pointing that way. If his face is looking this way, his foot's probably going to be pointing this way. So we're going to work on adjusting that foot first, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we get all of the pieces right, right? And if he's rotating, if the center line of rotation is here, right, not necessarily on that foot is going to come into, it's going to, can y'all see that? Let me zoom in. So I'm focused on the foot, right? And thinking about how this character is rotating on a turns, on a tabletop or something, right? So I'm thinking about where the foot, and so the foot is going to be coming around, so it means it's going to come into the foreground. So we're going to push that down a little bit. And this foot's going to go into the background, right? So, and it's headed. You guys are just following like crazy. Thank you. Brando Bar, Miss, and Maram Fatari? Fatati. Thank you. Right? And so we're going to draw this foot going a little bit into the distance, right? So, gonna draw that there, right? And then, this hunch I put in, I don't think we need it, right? So we're gonna pull him back a little bit. And we're gonna trace his head, but we're gonna pull it all back. And I think I might pull it back in the sketch. Hello, Mimi Cake. Ellie, L, thank you for the follow. Mimi Cake, thank you for the follow, right? We're probably gonna need to pull that whole head back, right? So if we take that, Valencia, thank you for the follow. We're gonna move that whole head probably back like this, right? So let's jump down to the sketch, which I believe is here. Yeah. Open that up. Select that sketch. Deselect. Get a new selection. And let's pull that whole Pull head back and see what happens. All right, that stands him up a little bit straighter. We'll see if that works. Maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. Give him a little bit more chest. Pull his arms back. But get his head over his feet. All right. His head was too far out that way. All right. Oh, we're making it all up as we go. Rick and Morty, a little bit. I stole a little bit from Rick and Morty, stole a little bit from Star Wars, stole a little bit from everybody. The Inkkin, thank you for sharing the live. So we're going to jump back to our critique layer. Mark that as red, as we always do. And then we're going to grab our pencil, and we're going to zoom in here. We're going to play with the face, right? I'm going to... All right, so... I think we're going to go with this position here, right? So we've got neck here that we don't, it's going to be squished down here. Tony Love, thank you for the rose. Kyo Kitty, thank you for the follow. Yakult, thank you for the follow. Right, so we got a neck going on here that at its low point is about here, and its high point is about here, right, which we're not going to see. But we want to take into consider this hair here. See, we got his beard almost comes down to the point where it meets the neck, right? And then we want to give his chin. This face does this, right? So let's get that going here. All right. And that chin is just slightly above, right? Genesis, thank you for the heart me. All right, and we're gonna try and get that matched up, but we also need to make sure it's the right width, right? Like if we're dissecting this, all right, so we got that chin, right? And because we're trying to we're really just copying here. We're really just kind of like, what is the word? Like if this is this high, I want to make sure there's something over here that's that high, right? And we're just going and making sure all the pieces match up, right? So we got hair that comes up right there. We're going to get his eyes matched up with the bridge of his nose, right? So the bridge of the nose here was way too high. All of that needs to come down. Right? So bridge of the nose. I don't know if you all could see that. I'll zoom in a little bit more. I get too far in and then everything's off screen. All right. And then let's do the bottom of the nose as well, right? Wow. This other face was way off, right? And, you know, because I was sketching, so, but let's get it fixed. Control 2. Is that Rick Sanchez? He is an homage to Rick Senor Sanchez. All right. Yeah, he's got the lab coat and everything, doesn't he? But he's not Rick Sanchez. All right, so the hair and the color palette are similar. That's yeah. You know, I just realized that now that you say it, it is a similar color palette. I might have to change things up. But you know, it also I might just leave it because, you know, sometimes I find that, you know, people familiarity is what draws people to things. I love your character design and the persistence, brother. You give me so much inspo as an artist. Thank you, Mama Sama. All right, and we got beard going on. Beard. All right. Make sure that nose is working. And get those eyes in there. That eye comes up just a little bit. Somewhere in there. It's not that high. Oh, it hurts to erase things sometimes, but you got to if you want it to work. Right? All right. All right. See, we've got this. Here's an, you know, Control 2. So we've got this line here, right? This edge of the face. But that edge of the face doesn't exist when we turn. But we can create it, right? We can say, you know, following this line across, but this is where that cheek hits, right? So we know that the face is going to make this turn and then down, right? So we got that. And then we've got this brow, which is about here. So following this line over, you guys are rocking it. Who do we got? Yep, it is Rick, Black Rick, Infinite Repeat. Thank you for the follow. Sakurs, thank you for the follow. Paranormal Hoochie, thank you for the follow. I love seeing the thoughts and the process behind your art. It just shows how well crafted they are. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so I'm trying to replicate this brow. It comes up to about here, right? So we want to match that angle, right? And then if we think about his face here, we've got this going on, right? I don't know if you can see that, right? So the other side of his face also has similar structure, right, to that chin. So we want to make sure that we're replicating that here first, right? Okay. And hair about midway. But we're just doing matchy at this point. That's the thing, all right? We can get it matchy and get everything at the right height. We can start to get something that resembles the design that we initially came up with. Julie Skin, thank you for the comment. Scooz, thank you for the heart me. Rise, thank you for the follow. Vin Ha says, the more I look at it, the more that hairstyle makes sense for Black Rick Sanchez. Like hairstyle ever made sense to be, like the hairstyle never made sense to be for original Rick. Yeah. It was an interesting choice for Rick's hair, but I think they were going for Doc from what is that? Back to the Future, right? All right. So once we got something that is, we want to start building something that has appeal, right? Because we can't just, I mean, we can robotically try to translate. We can robotically try to translate between this picture and that picture, but ultimately we are going to have to kind of understand what we're trying to communicate, right? And I don't know how this got this far off. I mean, like, Like little things, right? Like, you know, working with 6 artists to design 6 different characters, you can sometimes get lost in the sauce. But we want to make sure that we are doing our best. Is the character an evil version of Rick? Yes. Black Evil Rick. for free, wow. For free? Oh, wait, what? What am I giving away for free? Ratskeg? This is cool. I love the art style. Zoe Williams, thank you for the follow. And I'm assuming that's Ladybug Plant. So it's very detailed. Wow, good courses. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, tune in. I mean, maybe what I don't know. The whole monetization thing never really has worked for me. So, if you are an interested artist who wants to learn this stuff, I guess I'm giving it away for free. I don't know. I wouldn't say it's. I mean, you guys tuning in and saying stuff and interacting benefits me. So I don't know if it's a total free giveaway, but if you are enjoying it and it is giving you what you need to progress in your career, enjoy. Yugi, thank you for the follow. Ratskeg, are you an animator? Chica, thank you. All right. Yeah, but do you guys just see how I'm using these guidelines to sort of like put all the pieces in the right place? Right? I mean, even if I'm not totally measuring, I'm like kind of using it as a driving guide. All right, to sort of like give some familiarity. But ultimately, I'm going to have to go back and address some things, right? Just to make it look somewhat cool, right? Gonna have to move some things around. So it's not a one-to-one, right? It is an interpretation. So yeah, and it is a strange pose that I chose here. But he's kind of like, what's up, bro? That's it. All right. And then we got hair that comes here. Let's see. That ear might be too far back. All right. I could kind of see it. Pimkiss. Or is that Pie Kiss? Charez Williams, thank you for the follow. No problem, lad. Oh, thank you, Eats Chica. Bucks Bunny 1, thank you. You dabble. And I'm sorry if I'm missing stuff. I would love to. Yeah, animators got to animate. No problem, lad. Have you ever been an animator for mainstream shows? No, I have not been an animator for mainstream shows. Just indie animator doing my thing. I can kind of see it, but how am I sure of guidelines? I'm making an animation. I'm not very sure how to use it. So if you're in Clip Studio Paint, the guidelines are really easy, but they can be kind of a pain in the butt. Fred the Human, thank you for the follow. I like my guidelines are messy. Sorry for the bad English. Your guidelines don't have to be clean. They're just simply guidelines, and you can occasionally do too many. I see. Good drawing, brother. Thank you, Joseph. Luz, flip horizontal. Yes, I will eventually flip horizontal. You mean to just copy? That can sometimes help. Joseph, thank you for the follow. Not that you asked, but I draw regularly. Definitely gonna start using guidelines. Thanks for the inspo. You're welcome. Kai Furty, thank you for the follow. Fred the Human, right back at you. I used Animate and Procreate sometimes. Oh, Adobe Animate's good. Procreate's cool. I'm not familiar with either of them. I'm honestly so chill. I'm in mainstream skit with Cartoon Network and Warner Brothers. Oh, sweet. Congratulations, Ichika. That's awesome. It's so rare to get studio jobs, and you have managed to land one. I will say congratulations. That is awesome. What role are you playing on those shows and projects? Rick, yes. Mouthwash Madness. Mouthwash Madness. Is that? I'm not familiar with that. Is that something new that they're doing? Because Cartoon Network has recently transitioned. Yeah, Warner owns all that, right? Warner owns Cartoon Network and all of its properties. This has been a hard turn. Ooh. I played Bessie. Oh, cool. So you're a voice actor. Cool. Thank you for the follow, Gabe. Thank you for the follow, Fitz. Drawing yourself, pretty much. The animation is based on a comic I drew kind of about my family. And this character is primarily based on me. But I'm just trying to make it look normal. This is a really hard one. This is Clip Studio. Oh, voice actor and animator. You know, as an animator, you have to be able to do all the duties. So that sounds awesome, Chica. It looks so cool. Your hair looks awesome too. Kind of reminds me of Rick Sanchez. Yes, it's Rick Sanchez Day. Yeah. Yeah, you know, there's a lot of similarities here. I'm not gonna lie. Um, the character is doing what he needs to do to take care of his family, and in the series he's reformed. I guess that's Rick's story too. But yeah. So you're new to animation? If Black Rick Sanchez was a total drama. I'm new to this. Tough. Thank you. Bliss, thank you for the follow. Yo, this looks so sick. Thank you. Hopefully he isn't super stressed all the time like Rick. No, not as no. He's a very different dude than Rick, right? Like, so the story in mine is that it's about a family headed to Mars, and there's an accident that tears them apart, and dad and youngest daughter get flung across the universe somehow, and he's trying all these different ways to get them back to our side of the universe, and the things he does, or you slowly discover over the series once they get back, all the things he did some of them maybe not so so nice to get back to his family. But it's still, it's still PG rated and kid friendly. But so so it's a bit exaggerated, but okay. Gamer Man Nax, thank you for the follow. Gamer Man Nax 3. Was it Sagittarius terrorist? I don't even post my animation, so it's a fun experience to have. Yeah, you should. It helps with finding more work. Please make 10 seasons of this. I'm working on it, Sog. Okay, maybe I'll do something, but not really. NL, thank you. I'm glad you love my art. Oh, after the stream, we have to go to basketball, and then after basketball, we can play Luigi's Mansion. Okay. Right. So anytime I draw something new on the character, I'm dropping in a guideline to make sure that it matches with my reference, right? But for some reason, Clip Studio turns on in like an auto. It jumps me to the guideline layer and turns on like snap. So I have to come in and fix that all the time, which is kind of a pain in the butt. But you see how I'm like, this side is here now. So I'm matching there and then rising up to match this, right? So thank you, Angel. I'm glad you like my style. You know, we're going to give people something different other than that standard anime look. Everybody loves the anime look. It is, I love it as well, so I'm not gonna hate. But we want to do something different, right? We want to do something different. Oh, I want to do that. Angelou, thank you for the follow. No, not again. 602, thank you for the follow. GG Gamer 1, thank you for the follow. And I hope if I'm not keeping up with your comments here in the live, you are always welcome to post any comments, questions, or concerns on any one of my videos. If you are an interested animator, what's up, baby? You should have a sound for when people join. Oh, I do. Whenever people follow, whenever people join, you think I should have a sound? Yeah. I make cartoons. As a matter of fact, all of you here, I'll show you the cartoon that I'm working to make. Since there's so many of you, I probably should have done this when there was up to 30, but here is the short film that this design is going towards supporting. So tell your friends. Oh, Ichika, thank you for the lightning bolt, as well as the looks like TikTok. Thank you, thank you. So we've got a lot of work to do, but we're getting there slowly. Zach, thank you for the follow. Velvet Thunder, thank you for the follow. Same is awesome. Dennis, thank you for the follow. I'm a supportive human being. Thank you, Chica. I am a animating human being. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So that's my little movie. That's what we're making. I got about 6 people helping me out, at various levels of skill, and um, we are taking our time and trying to do it right instead of fast. And we're getting there. Oh, thank you. Yeah, 2D effects. We're going to do 2D characters, 2D effects, 3D backgrounds. We're using Blender to do the backgrounds. And so, yeah. I'd love for you guys to continue to check out what we're doing. Support it in whatever way you can. The best way you can support it is by talking about it. Being like, oh my God, have you seen this dude's stuff? He made a bootleg version of Rick Sanchez, but it's awesome. It's just Rick Sanchez, Black Rick Sanchez, but it works. Seems like a lot. Oh, it's so much. All right. I missed a bunch of stuff here. Let's see. Hello. Hi, Dam. What's up? I like the effects. Hello. Nice drawings. Thank you. So excited and happy for you. Thank you, Rebecca. Miyamoto. Nate. Why is he doing 6'7"? What? Is he doing 6'7"? What? Oh my gosh. Thank you for the galaxy. Little Coco Jack. I appreciate that. Awesome. How did I miss that? Coco Jack, you are awesome. Little Coco Jack. My character Mystery is much more cartoony with his hoodie since his face is an abyss with fine facial features. I just got the notification, Coco Jack, for the Galaxy. Thank you very much for your support. My OC is 2D, just like the background. It actually does work. Yeah. I had to stop by and say hi. Hey, Downtown Drone. Down to Drone. Hi. Velvet Thunder, thank you for the share. Angry Black Hoochie. My baby sis is 9 and wants to make cartoons one day. I introduced her to flipbooks. Is that a good start? Yes. That is the best start for interested animators, is just to get paper, draw different pictures, and then flip it in a flip book. And you start to get this understanding of how it works. So that is a great way to start your young niece. And if she can do it anywhere. And if she's interested, she'll continue on with it. But one thing I've learned when it comes to animation is you can't force them to do anything, right? So you just got to introduce them to all the tools and the techniques and people who are also doing it, me, and so they can see what goes into making this stuff happen, and how it works and how they could potentially do it. I want to try and animate Mystery, but the design feels a bit complex with my style trying to animate. Yes, you want to simplify as much as possible all of the ins and outs of the characters, right? So if a character, like these characters are fairly simplified. I tried to keep them as simple as possible. But there's also little design elements that you have to create so that they. Oh, thank you for the goat. What's up? Animating is like a miracle. Agency Web Dev, thank you for the follow. Down to Drone, thank you for the follow. Nakia, thank you for the heart me and the goat. I wish I was the goat. Hi from Columbia, Mister. Do you like Doctor Who? I have watched a little bit of Doctor Who, but I'm not a big fan. Angry Hoochie animating is like miracle. Yes, it is. Nia Kai, thank you for the follow. Vape thank you for the heart me. All right. Keo Coms, thank you for the follow. We're getting a lot of follows and hearts and love today. Thank you, everybody. Vapor Ape, just crushing it. Asia Taylor, thank you for sharing the live. I am trying to do some character designs, but I'm getting so much love, it's hard to focus. It's hard to even focus on what we're doing. Yeah, let me draw a little bit. People. I love you, but I got to do some drawing. Send a message if you need to stay. Oh gosh, Darla Barrett. Thank you for the follow, Asia Taylor. This looks phenomenal. Thank you, Egg. Thank you for the follow. Oh man, so many people. Wow, 31. We have last time. You guys want to see the thing? What? No, I'm just gonna keep drawing. All right. You guys are overwhelming me. Gentle lady, I just stumbled on your stream just now by accident. I see you doing W designs. I won't mind. Stay here. Oh, excellent. Thank you. I'm glad you like it. We are working towards a bigger project. I'd love to show you all since we got so many of you in here. I want you to go out and tell the world about my little project. It's called From a Distance. It's about a family of spacey people doing spacey things. Backgrounds in 2D. Thank you. HB44, thank you for the roses. And Vapor Ape, thank you for all of the awesomes. Stack CEO Hunt Art Studios. I know this character is sheet, but what's it called that you're doing? Do you see the video now? This is the film I'm making. The animation is called From a Distance. And yeah, slowly animating all of it. Vapor Ape, thank you. You're making it rain. Yeah. So, hey, Bree. How's it going? I got a lot of activity this morning. Trying to get you guys feedback on your work before too long. I've been on vacation, so I'm back at it. What software to use? I'm using Clip Studio Paint, Blender, and Adobe Premiere to do the project. Egg, I love the concept already. Thank you, dude. Can't wait to see the pilot on YouTube. Yes, it is coming. Star, thank you for the follow. Velvet Thunder asks, any way to support this? Yes, Velvet Thunder. You are looking for official ways to support this. Yes, we have Ko-Fi. We have a Cash App on the profile. You know, share what you can. All of it helps to support the project. We will eventually do an official sort of launch of some kind, but for now, we are just using the funds to cover the cost of software and services that help the production continue. So I'm glad you like it, and I am looking forward to having your support. But in the meantime, we are trying to get this dad design working, right? We kind of analyzing his face, breaking him down, and making sure that we are turning him correctly, right? Oh, Nakia, thank you. The Mayaverse, thank you for the perfume. Oh, I think I might need it. Thank you, Mayaverse. Jermaine Cole, where you been, my guy? Yeah, I had some family in town, so I took a little vacation. But I'm back and back at it. No worries. I'm still her. Let's see. I think I want to move his entire upper body over a little bit. Yeah, dude, there's no stopping this. This is beyond me nowadays. I got artists keeping me accountable, and when I don't give them feedback, they get cranky. Looks awesome, man. Thank you. I got to go, but awesome. Thank you. Down to Drone. Thank you for hanging out. Julian, thank you for the follow. Bree, what's so funny? It's always good for a break. Yes. Oh my gosh, I needed the break. Now I feel energized. Dang, your drawing looks so sick. Thank you. Who's this character? This is Dad or Nate from my comic From a Distance. He is chief science officer on a scheduled Mars trip. The family sets off on a Mars trip, but things don't go as planned. There's an accident, and Mom is trying to put everything back together so they can continue their flight. But right now, we're just trying to do some designs. Ever seen Steven Universe? Very Steven Universe X Pokemon. That is very good. Yes, I like that. I love Pokemon's style as well. I am a big fan of Giant Robo, which had a very cartoony style but was very serious. Kalachi. This is Dad. Yo, love this design. Thank you. B Chinix, thank you for the follow. Cool Crush, thank you for the follow. Bredoodle, indeed, it so improves your confidence. All right. International Rick Sanchez, intentional Rick Sanchez inspiration. A little bit. That show just permeates all of my being, just like all the good media. He looks super cool, man. Keep it up. Thank you. Do you make animations? I do, Ray. I just showed it a little while ago. I need to update Real Emotion and adjust the dates. Yes, we're way off schedule, but that's fine. Bree. Decor theory. How hard is it to learn if we are a total beginner? Oh, that is a very interesting question. Cray Ventura. Decor theory, it can be very difficult to learn, but not difficult if you set your mind to it, right? If your intention is to be an animator, right? You need to draw a lot. I mean, a lot. I mean, to the point of like where, I can't draw anymore and you need to draw more, right? Because you need to be so comfortable with drawing that you can take something like this and translate it, right? And even here, I'm struggling with some. He's looking kind of flat, so we're gonna have to play with how to fix that. Somebody said flip horizontal, which I probably will. So, decor theory, you can start at any time, but it's going to be a lot of work. Cray Ventura, thank you for sharing the live. Xavier Carr, sick art. Just scrolling, wanted to say that. Thank you. Kalachi, thank you for the follow. Clickbait, that's so sick. Thank you. Dpat X, thank you for sharing the live. Black Chaotsu, nice. Thank you. Duet this. Thank you for the follow. Clickbait followed. Do cartoons still do flip books or do they use AI to make them move? We do frame by frame. I do frame by frame. So it's if you love to draw, then frame by frame is the way to go. If you are just trying to put out a thing, then if you feel AI is the way to go, do AI. But a pretty prominent animator just left an AI project because of the backlash from the community, right? Like the community doesn't want our animators making stuff using tools that steal from us. So, Black Rick Sanchez, yes, definitely. It was Pokemon Professor. What was his name? Professor. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember either. Mega Man 2 is another one that I kind of is in my permeation. Thug Nasty Unicorn, thank you for the follow. Blick Sanchez. And thank you for the follow. Cole, thank you for the follow. What program did you use when you were just starting out? I.e., what's the easiest to start with? I started with Photoshop and it wasn't easy. And there is no starting point, but I would say if I had to give sort of a hierarchy of learning in the Adobe universe, it would be Photoshop, then Illustrator, then 3D software. and then come back to anything else. So, right, I feel like from raster to vector to 3D is probably the way to go. It'll make it and more convincing to show my emotions while the voice acting. It's hard for most people. Yeah, I love black artists. Instant follow. Keep it up. Human, thank you for the follow. Arceli, thank you for the rose. I can draw. I'm just bad at flip books. Yeah, it is. It takes practice, just like everything else, right? Like, um, the first time you sat down to draw, it probably wasn't what you had hoped. So just keep at it, and it will come. It will come. Right? It takes time to develop these skills. Yeah. I know I want to move that. I want to move that too, dude. I need to play with that. His head. Play with those spikes on that side. When animating frame by frame, how do you keep the lines crisp? I am using an anti-aliased, stabilizer and stabilizer on the pin, but I haven't even gotten to that point. At this point, I'm just kind of like, these are all really still rough. So we are just kind of like laying things in. Nothing is finalized quite yet. Dude was insane for thinking he'd get away with AI show. He tried. People like me. Maybe they'll let me do it. No. Yeah. What about books? Which one do you suggest? Is it Richard Williams' book good to start? Yes, Richard Williams' book is kind of the cliff notes for Disney's Illusion of Life, which is the Bible, right? Disney's Illusion of Life is the Bible when it comes to animation, and Richard Williams' Animator Survival Kit is kind of the highlights of that. So if you are going to do a couple books, the Animator Survival Kit by Frank Ollie and Frank Thomas and Ollie Johnson, and Richard Williams' book, those two will get you right. All right. And okay. So one of my screens just died, so I'm going to have to switch things up. I think I'm going to have to shut it down on Twitch. Peace out, Twitch.